Hello people, today I have with us the amazing Daiso Connectable display base. This is one that we've seen over in Daiso Japan for a while. I've never actually gotten the chance to buy one. Now I have two, actually I have four, but I want to show you guys at least what one of them looks like, what two of them looks like, connected together in the various ways that you can. So let's go ahead and talk over this. So our kit is actually quite a simple one. It isn't a model kit per se, but is meant to stand in for a display for your model kits. Now, these are pretty specific with how you put them together, and if you don't speak Japanese, that's fine. It actually zooms in on the pictures where you need to pay attention. So let me open this one up. Obviously, I put two of them together already, but what's wrong with going for a third? So it comes together in the kit like this. My light is horrendous. Let's see if I can get that one in here. There we go, a little bit better. You get the base, which is a nice detailed looking thing with some nice pipes, set of stairs. Overall, not bad. It's not amazing, not bad. We get two side struts here. They are connected to each other via these little divots, as you see here and here. There's more here and here. Those are to help connect them together. But the side panels here, pretty cool looking structure. I happen to really like it. It does have some sink marks on the inside, so make sure you put those on the inside, which I think these only go on together one way. Actually, I say think, but I have only put them together one way. So as you see, there's this one that has the evenly divided. There's this one that has one right next to the other. So that one can be flipped either direction. This one can only be put in one way. And I was supposed to show you this side, so that's what you get here. The double-sided one, or the evenly spaced one, goes on this way. And the other, offset one, goes in this way. So yes, actually the sink marks do go on the inside. That will help if you just want to do a simple paint job, spraying the outside here. Of course, if you want to be super anal about it, you can clean those guys up. It won't be too hard, but they are sunken into here. I would probably not do that. That's just being perfectly honest. I don't think it's worth the extra effort for something that only cost me $1.25, you know? Your mileage may vary. For me, not worth it. So having put these ones together before, you know how exactly they go together, but they do have directions on how to do it if you don't have the wherewithal to put that together by yourself. And they're pretty detailed in terms of, like I said, zoom ins on the parts that you can see. This one is down, this one's the top without it, and then these ones here, which one goes in where. So you'll know which one's circle, square, gets down to the bottom. This one here, it's back plate, very detailed. I love this back plate. Back side, not so much. It's not beautiful, but quick coat of paint will hide that. On this side, very good. So this one, there's a side with two, there's a side with three. Three goes down the bottom. This one slides in here. This one slides in here. Aced. It's all done. If you wanted to, it comes with one of these. It's a little basket where people can traverse across. It does have some sink marks in the bottom of it if you're concerned about that. Another ejector mark right here. But these fit anywhere with these squares. So you can cross them over from one of these beams to another. And they are designed to fit in between this gap here. They can either hold your kit in or serve as like a little display so that the characters, the pilots, etc. have a method to cross from one beam to the other. Might want to make an elevator stand between here. That would be pretty cool. But you know, just out of the box, it's not bad for what it is. It's only $1.25. I say $1.25. It's not $1.25, is it? It's $1.69. Whatever. Still not too bad. Less than $2. So there's that. These ones do hook together on the side. Let me show you that. It's not a very in-depth hooking together. Basically, you have a divot here, and you have the little hook here. They just kind of clip right here. On the bottom ones, it's the same kind of deal. You got a divot here. I'm sorry, a hook here and a divot here. And that clips together. It does make it so that the stairs don't lead anywhere, but they actually thought of something to kind of hide that. And let's see if I can see it here. You see how there's a cutaway? You see my finger through? So it looks like they're going into a basement or something. So that's kind of cool. At least they thought of something instead of just having the stairs run into that, you know. Kind of looks like they're trying to run away. Last but not least, these can connect by stacking. So you have the same entry marks here as you do on the top, except for there's only 2 on the bottom. You can see how offset the top ones are. And then here, there's 2 on the top of either side. So you just slide that on top. Sink those guys in. And it's all set. So that makes it a little bit more sturdy. It does give a little bit of a gap there at the top, because they're not snap fit. They just slide on. It's friction fit. It's still not bad. And then you can also build another one of these on top. Oh, wrong way. So if you wanted to, you can go as high as you wanted. I'll just keep going up. They will stack as far up as you want. It's not too bad. For, like they said, the price is pretty cheap. It's not a bad deal at all. And then they will connect to each other at the other side. You want to go click here and then kind of like shimmy the back end. And then you'll have a nice display. Let me get you some Gundam so that you can see the size comparison. All right, for an HG like this Gundam GBN base, nice and easy, fits right in. There's no problems with this one at all. You see here, if I put it level to your sight, not bad for terms of height. So this one is a 1/144 scale, but he is an average size for the 1/144 scale. There are larger, there are smaller, but this one is right around the middle. You can see he has plenty of room for clearance. He'll fit in there just fine. Another one of our 1/144 scale kits is the Alto. This one is from 30-minute missions, 1/144 scale, of course. This one is a little bit smaller than the HG, as you saw before, only coming up to the first line over here, but he'll fit in here just fine. Next amongst my current favorites to do for size comparison, this is a frame arms kit. This is in 1/100 scale. This one in particular is the Jinrai. So you see he fits in here, but just barely. If you put one on top of it, it will probably not fit very well. I would say 1/100 is a little bit iffy in terms of size for these guys. You can, of course, stack them on top of each other, but then that kind of eliminates the idea of having a cheap base. You know, it's one of those things. But they do show in the instructions stacking them on top of each other and then just like having it higher up. They do stick together pretty well, so you can do that. Here's our frame arms girl. This one is Architect. She is also a little bit too big, maybe. I mean, it's not going to bunk her in the head if you put it together. In 1/12 scale, roughly, she's probably on the bigger size of the things you would put on here. But I think you can do it with 1/12 scale. I think she is a bit tall for a 1/12 scale model, figure, whatever you like to say. 30-minute sisters definitely would fit in here. Actually, I have one here, so let's just bring her out. You can see she's a little bit shorter, so she'll fit in there just fine. But as far as 1/12 scale figures, I think Batman, G.I. Joe, things like that are about the same height as her, so I think they'd be just fine. And here we have our Hexagear Governor. This one is Nero 124 scale, so much smaller than the other ones that you've seen so far. He fits in there just fine. It would probably be a stretch to say that you could put some of the vehicles on this one. They are quite a bit larger than what we're seeing here. Even with 3 of them next to each other, I think the Voltrex would be a little bit too large for this. That said, with the characters, this would be a nice hangar bay for them to have some interactions in. And it's nice and flat. You can film something nice if you want to do stop motion, something like that would be pretty easy to do. Last but not least in my list, this is the 1/100 scale Alex Gundam. As you see, he is a bit taller than what we're looking at for the normal things that you would put in here. Like I was showing you guys, you can stack them up a little bit taller, but then that does kind of do away with what we were talking about, cheapness in displays. $1.69 still isn't that bad, but 4 of them together just to put one kit in, it starts to lose its appeal, you know? Still, you can do it if you wanted to. It is something that you can do, not necessarily should do. And then, of course, you can put them side by side together like so, and he would easily fit there. If you were to put him in one, it would be a tight squeeze, but it can be done. It's up to you what you want to do with it. So yeah, as far as a cheap display for a couple of 144 scale figures, it would be a nice one. I think, you know, you have 3 of them all together, 4 of them all together, whatever you want to do. That it works, you know, you can have them all there, ready to be displayed, ready for action. A nice hangar bay diorama, something like that. The backgrounds are nice and detailed. The floor is not so much. I think you could add on to that and make it a little bit better, but you don't necessarily want to do too much on it. It's only $1.69, $2, whatever. You can, of course, shave off all those nubs that are on there and make it all super pretty. Not something I would do, but it is something you can do. I like these a lot. I bought a couple of them, so it's something that I will see in the future as far as displays. So that's it for my mini review on the mini, what was it called? Connectable display base. So yeah, super fun, super cool, little tiny thing. Love it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me. More than likely, you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.